Hello everybody, Terry back again with another video. I just want to upload Stefanos Tsitsipas masterclass performance from this young, super talented Greek who not only players, fans, journalists, tennis lovers like me and like you who watching my videos have hyped for so many years now, since he won his biggest title back in 2019 in that ATP Tour finals in London. And we have waited and waited for him to win his second big title, because we all know that he has won 5 titles, now 6 with his first Masters 2000 title. All the other titles besides that ATP Tour finals in London 2019 and this title, this Masters 2000 title in Monte Carlo, there have been 250 class tournaments. Stefanos Tsitsipas has never won a 500 class tournament before in his career. We have been waiting and we have been waiting and we have been waiting, and finally, in his third Masters 1000 final, he lost his first one against Rafael Nadal. He lost on hard courts. He lost his second one against Novak Djokovic on clay. And when he faces another player in his third Masters 1000 final, who is not named Djokovic or Nadal, bam! He delivers and he wins straight sets, 6-3, 6-3. After a masterclass performance, like I said yesterday, Andrei Rublev, he needs to pick up his level and raise his level and play better than he did against Casper Ruud. It will not be enough with 54% first serves in like he had against Casper Ruud yesterday. He raised his first serve percentage little higher with 56 in this final against Stefanos Tsitsipas. But that will not be enough. I said he needs to be over 62, 63 or even maybe 65% to have a chance. He didn't serve good. He was landing too little first serves in, landing his second serve too slow. His second serve is Andrei Rublev's biggest weakness. And I said, guys, Stefanos Tsitsipas, he will attack that second serve. He will take advantage of that second serve, of that weak second serve that Andrei Rublev have. And in the end, Stefanos Tsitsipas, he just was the clearly better player. This match was not even a contest. I believe the match was over after 1 hour and 11 minutes only, because Rublev just couldn't handle Stefanos Tsitsipas' powerful tennis, consistent tennis, solid tennis. Stefanos Tsitsipas, Stefanos had his foot on the gas pedal from the first point to the last point, and he just never let Andrei Rublev out of his jaws. Andrei Rublev, only time Andrei Rublev actually was in a juice in Stefanos Tsitsipas' serve, and that only time was on the first game of the match where Stefanos Tsitsipas starting serving. That was the only time actually Andrei Rublev had a juice in Stefanos Tsitsipas' service games. That was the first game of the match. Besides that, Andrei Rublev never even felt the smell of Stefanos Tsitsipas' service games, because Stefanos Tsitsipas was in cruise control in all his service games besides that first one where Andrei Rublev had a 40 all chance, a juice game. That was the only time Rublev had just little chance to maybe take his teeth into Stefanos Tsitsipas' service games. Besides that, he didn't stand a chance. Really a great performance of Stefanos Tsitsipas, and that is what tennis is about, guys. People, just because Andrei Rublev defeated Rafael Nadal in the quarterfinal, and people in the comment section on my videos, at least one, I read one comment where he said, I can't go against the player who just took out the greatest clay court player of all time. My friend, you can't go against him, but I can, because tennis is all about matchups. Tennis is all about how you match up. Rafael Nadal, he gave Andrei Rublev time. Casper Ruud, he gave Andrei Rublev time. Rafael Nadal, he was playing defensive tennis in the quarterfinal. Casper Ruud, he played defensive tennis in the semifinal. But I could see already signs yesterday that when Casper Ruud was taking it to Andrei Rublev, when he was playing close to the baseline, when he was hitting with good depth, he was challenging, he was threatening Andrei Rublev. And I knew already when I saw that semifinal yesterday between Andrei Rublev and Casper Ruud, I swear to you guys, I knew that the winner will be Stefan Tsitsipas. I gave Rublev one set that I said that maybe he will take one set because he's a good player, let's be honest. But he couldn't even take one set. And when I saw the match today, just after a couple of games, I knew that this will be straight sets. I actually said it to my dad because we were watching the match together. I said to him, this is Stefanos' match, straight set. Because guys, I have not seen Stefanos Tsitsipas playing this good tennis since he won his biggest title of his career 2 years ago, back in 2019. I swear that, guys, this maybe even was a better clinical performance from him. Because if you look, when he won his biggest title, he dropped sets there. It was not like he won that tournament without dropping sets. He dropped sets, a couple of sets in his biggest victory of his life, 2019, when he won that 2019 ATP Tour Finals in London. Here in Monte Carlo, he didn't drop one single set. Yeah, some of you can say, yeah, but here he didn't face that kind of hard competition like he did 2 years ago. Yeah, that can be a case, and I can buy that case. But in my opinion, he maybe, guys, even looked even sharper this week in Monte Carlo. I've never seen him hit his backhand with this kind of depth, with this kind of power, with this kind of precision. He just was superior, for God's sake, superior. Andrei Rublev, he tried. I could see that. Andrei Rublev's tactic, game plan was to attack Stefanos Tsitsipas' backhand. Yeah, all the players do the same thing. They attack Stefanos Tsitsipas' weaker side, which of course is the backhand, because his forehand is just murderous good. Murderous good, Stefanos Tsitsipas' forehand. And Andrei Rublev, he tried, but Stefanos Tsitsipas, he was not bothered by that. He was hitting the backhand with confidence. He was hitting the backhand cross-court. He was hitting the backhand down the line, and also he was going around because he has time on clay to go around. He doesn't have that quite of time on grass and on a hard court to go around with his forehand when he wants to avoid hitting backhand. But on clay, because the surface is slow, he has the time. So he was going around and hitting some really great inside forehand winners, and he was hitting also some great down the line forehand winners. He was just superior. He was superior. And if you look at the numbers, Stefanos Tsitsipas, he was having some great numbers. He was landing 60% first serves in, winning 86% behind those first serves in. That is marvelous, marvelous, guys. And if you look winning points behind second serves, he was winning 68%. 68% he was winning points behind second serves. Andrei Rublev, like I said, he was landing too little first serves in, 56% first serves in. That is too little, at least against a quality player like Stefanos Tsitsipas. He needs to have higher percent first serves in to get more free points. But he was winning a lot of points, and Rublev as well, behind his first serves. He was winning 80% behind his first serves. So that is great number. 80% is a really great number. But the big difference by tennis fans all around the world, like I said yesterday, and this will be the big difference why he will lose the match under Rublev. He was only winning 33% behind his second serves. Andrei Rublev has not winning many points behind his second serves the entire week, especially against Nadal, where he won only 42%, and against Casper Ruud, where he won only 43% points behind second serves. He came away against Nadal because Nadal gave him time. He came away against Casper Ruud because Casper Ruud gave him time, but he couldn't come away against the ultra aggressive player like Stefanos Tsitsipas, who has been ultra aggressive the entire week. What did Dan Evans said after his loss against Stefanos Tsitsipas in the semi-final? He said it was a really difficult match. It is so difficult facing him when he plays this kind of aggressive tennis. Stefanos Tsitsipas has a similar tennis style like Roger Federer. When it works, it is really beautiful to watch. It is so beautiful to watch. He takes all time away from his opponents. He can play at the net. He can play chip and charge. He can slice. He can hit his backhand down the line. He can hit his backhand cross court. He can go around, hit forehands down the line. inside forehand, you name it. So when Stefanos Tsitsipas finds that right rhythm, when he hits the ball clean, like he obviously has done the entire week, he is really, really difficult to face, guys. And Rublev, he really tasted that in this final. Because Rublev, I'm not saying Rublev did his good match. Rublev didn't do a good match. But, guys, you have to understand one thing. You can do a tennis match as much as your opponent allows you to do. You can do a good or a bad tennis match as much as your opponent allows you to do. Rafa Nadal was not in his best mode when he lost against Rublev, but it is Rafa Nadal's fault as well, because Rafa Nadal plays 4 or 5 meters behind the baseline. He plays with a higher topspin. Rafa's balls, they land on Rublev's strike zone. Stefanos Tsitsipas, yeah, for sure, Stefanos Tsitsipas has also topspin, especially from his forehand side, but not as much topspin as Rafa's balls have. So Stefanos Tsitsipas' balls will never land on Rublev's strike zone like Rafa's balls will land. So Rublev couldn't attack Stefanos Tsitsipas' balls like he could attack Rafa Nadal's balls. The same thing with Casper Ruud, because Casper Ruud has a huge topspin as well. Stefanos Tsitsipas, he just plays faster tennis, more aggressive tennis, closer to the baseline. He takes all the time away from Andrei Rublev. And if this was not enough, he serves much better than Rafa Nadal. He serves much better than Casper Ruud. And when you consider all this, you will get this outcome. That's why, to be quite honest, I actually was pretty confident that Stefanos Tsitsipas will win this match. I swear to you guys, I really was. And at the end of the day, it was exactly like I thought, that Stefanos Tsitsipas will lift his first Master 1000 title. Andrei Rublev, all in all, if you look at some numbers, Stefanos Tsitsipas, he does 18 winners and only 13 unforced errors. So Stefanos does 5 more winners than unforced errors. Andrei Rublev, he does 10 winners only and 21 unforced errors. So Andrei Rublev does 11 more unforced errors than winners. And why is that the case? Because it depends on the opponent. And when your opponent put pressure on you, you of course will do a lot of unforced errors. You of course will you will feel the heat. And Andrei Rublev, he tried in the second set to be even more aggressive than he was in the first set, because he saw in the first set, I am hitting all kind of shots, both forehand and backhands, especially with his forehand, his arsenal shot that Andrei Rublev have. But everything is coming back, because Stefanos Tsitsipas, he's a good defender as well. He moves really good to be a tall dude. And when he saw that didn't work, he lost the first set 6-3. He tried to go even bigger the second set, play even harder, play even flatter Andrei Rublev, just to hit through Stefanos Tsitsipas' good defensive skills. But what was the result? Yeah, he was overcooking the shots. He was doing unforced errors, because as harder as you go with your shots, as more of a risk to do more unforced errors, and that was the case. And in second set, he dropped his serve and Rublev 2 times. 1 time in the first set, 2 times in the second set. Bam, 6-3, 6-3 to Stefanos Tsitsipas. Stefanos Tsitsipas had 3 break point opportunities. 1 in the second set, he converted. 2 in the second set, he converted, so he was 100% in converting break points. Rublev didn't face one single break point because Stefanos Tsitsipas was serving tremendously good, both first serves and second serves. Stefanos Tsitsipas was winning the shorter rallies, was winning the middle rallies, was winning the longer rallies. This was never a contest. Stefanos Tsitsipas was by far the better player. All in all, Stefanos wins 59 points, Andrei Rublev wins 42 points, so Stefanos Tsitsipas wins 17 more points than Andrei Rublev. Do you know how much 17 more points is to win than your opponent? 17, guys! That is a lot. That shows to you, to me, that to the entire world, that Stefanos Tsitsipas was the superior player in this final, and he has been the superior player the entire tournament. He has won his first Master 1000 title without dropping one single set. So we have exciting times ahead of us. After the match, Stefanos, he was of course really thrilled, was hugging his family, his mother, his father, his coaches, his siblings, his brother, his sister, and he said after the match, I'm really happy to winning my first Masters of the title because I really love playing on clay. Clay is my best surface. And we have to start to believe in him, guys. Clay is probably his best surface because he has that serve. Of course, the serve will never be as effective on clay like it is on grass and hard court. But it is never a bad thing to have a big serve because you will do damage. You maybe will not do many aces. Stefanos Tsitsipas didn't do many aces, of course. He did 3 aces and Rublev did only 1. But you will put a lot of pressure to your opponent. You will get short returns and you will do big damage in the short rallies. Stefanos Tsitsipas' serve plus game was tremendous good. Why? Because his serve was helping him. Even though he didn't do serve aces, because like I said, he did only 3 aces, he was finding the spots, he was finding the tee, he was finding the ad court, and it is hard to return those kind of powerful serves. And if you return, you will do short returns, and then you will have an easy approach to win the points. And that was exactly what happened. So to have a good serve helps on clay. Of course, it doesn't help as much as it does on grass and on hard courts. We all know that. But it is not bad to having it is not bad to have a good, great serve on clay, even though it is the slowest surface. And he has a great second serve as well. Guys, I'm impressed. I've never seen Stefanos Tsitsipas this good. I swear that, guys. I've never seen. In my opinion, he even was better in this week in Monte Carlo than he was when he won his biggest title in 2019 in that ATP 2 finals in London. I swear that, guys, so composed, so dedicated, so focused, without any letdowns. He didn't have any single letdown the entire final, for God's sakes, against Andrei Rublev. He never took his foot out of the gas pedal. Never. He pushed that gas pedal in the first point and he never let go until the match was over. That was what I was most impressed with Stefanos Tsitsipas, that he never let his guard down. He had the guard up here the entire match. He never let Andrei Rublev to take his teeth into the match. He just was penetrating the court with forehand, with backhand, with great serving, with great returning, with great defensive skills, with great offensive skills. He just showed to Andrei Rublev, you know, my friend, I have been in this position 3 times. This is my 3rd Masters 2000 final. It is my time to win my bloody first Masters 1000 title. You have to wait for your turn because this is your first Masters 1000 final, and this is my 3rd one. And he sent that message to Andrei Rublev, and he executed. He really executed. He had a clear game plan. His game plan was not to let Andrei Rublev dictate. Because if you let Andrei Rublev dictate, you will be in big trouble. I actually had a conversation with Lady T, who wrote to me earlier today. We had a conversation about the final that we had ahead of us in Monte Carlo between Rublev and Tsitsipas, and I said to her, I wrote to her, you who have not read that message, go and read that. The video I did yesterday on the preview video about the Monte Carlo final. I said Stefanos Tsitsipas will win because he has done his homework. His team has done his homework. They will not give the chance to Rublev to dictate. They will not give Rublev time to dictate and to push Stefanos back and forth and back and forth. They will play close to Stefanos will play close to the baseline. He will play aggressive. He will serve big. He will take all the time away from Andrei Rublev. Something that Nadal and Casper Ruud didn't do, and they paid the price. Stefanos Tsitsipas will not fail into that. He will not fall into that trap. And I was right. He did exactly like I predicted. He did exactly like I thought before the match, because he knows. He's not stupid, for God's sake. If I can see that, he can see that, and Stefanos' team can see that even better than me. If you give Andrei Rublev time, if you give him chance to dictate, if you let him play close to the baseline, you will be toast, my tennis fans all around the world. You will be toast, trust me. And Stefanos Tsitsipas, of course, didn't do that. He has done his homework. His team has done his homework, and he did a brilliant match tactically, mentally, physically, you call it what you want. I'm really, really impressed from Stefanos Tsitsipas' victory, a deserving winner. Big congratulations to his first 1000 Master 1000 title. Big congratulations to his 6th title in his career, and for sure it will come much more. And big congratulations to his 1st title of the 2021 season, and I don't think it will be his last. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you next time. Peace.